Hello and welcome to the IT Leaders Festival 2020 from Computing.
Have you ever noticed how the future is full of these incredible machines, but barely any irrational, emotional, irritable humans? And I think that's why we often get the future quite wrong.
How can we keep driving ethics and balance into AI?
I think certainly AI and machine learning and the ability to produce predictability will mature. And I think the data ethics discussion will become far more part of our day-to-day lives. To Dan's point, the conversation around that will start to become more embedded in the work that we're producing. And I think it's important, we must learn to talk about this in non-technical or business terms to help encourage insight and transparency in what we're doing.
When you've got the right people, the right skills in the organisation, what are your top tips around making sure you keep them?
One of the areas that we really need to look at across the technology industry is how we marry those people management skills with the technology skills to make sure that we're building the right teams, that we're supporting our people, and we're allowing people to grow in the best way.
So what is Own It? We built a keyboard and a companion app. When you install a custom keyboard on a phone, it becomes the default keyboard for all text fields in apps and websites. This is the magic that gives us an in. We can support children in line as they write messages before they are sent, and almost a precognition.
There's an example of where this actually starts to come back to the hard pros and cons and the Benjamins of making money, which is what it's all really about, let's be honest. And so what we started to realize was these networks were the biggest opportunity that we could identify. And so we started to say there are thousands of these community networks out there. We started to think about the social networks themselves as kind of living organisms that gave us the opportunity to identify, understand, and then activate networks and then grow from those.
All male tech teams are now not only becoming less common, but also looked down upon because, we realize the benefits of having multiple cultures and backgrounds and perspectives. So doesn't all female tech team hold that same inherent weakness, I suppose?
When I hire for a team, I'm not just looking at gender as a lens, for example. I primarily look at, I want a mix of introverts and extroverts. I want a mixture of people who are leaders and managers versus people who are maybe more detail oriented and technical, etc. And that's what makes a great team, a team that has a lot of different talents. Also, I think when you've got to deal with a lot of these unconscious biases that exist, and that's something I would challenge everyone to think about.
Today is in fact the fastest day we have ever experienced in respect of technology evolution. But by the same token, we will never experience such a slow day again. So the uncertainty and volatility that we're experiencing today is simply a warm-up act for what is to come.